God has an urgent revelation for you today. You've been sensing that someone is watching you. And it's not just your imagination. It's a divine truth about spiritual beings observing your every move right now. God is revealing to you that heavenly watchers have been assigned to monitor your life for reasons more important than you realize. This message comes with sacred knowledge to help you understand who these watchers are and why they're focused on you. The spiritual realm is more active around you than ever before, and you need to know what this means for your destiny. As you hear these words, know that God sees the intense spiritual activity happening in your life right now. It's normal to feel unsettled when you sense invisible eyes upon you. But remember that divine watchers are positioned around you with purpose. This revelation is your chance to understand why you're receiving this level of spiritual attention and how to work with these forces rather than fear them. You're receiving this message because the watching has increased for a reason, even when being observed by spiritual beings feels overwhelming. Trust that this awareness is a gift, because knowing who watches you helps you align with the right spiritual forces that can change your life forever. As you think about these spiritual observers, take time to understand the different types of beings watching you right now. Just like a security system has different cameras for different purposes, the spiritual realm has various watchers assigned to monitor different aspects of your life. Your guardian angels are the primary watchers, assigned specifically to you before you were born to guide and protect your journey. Departed loved ones also watch over you, checking on your progress and sending signs of their continued love and support. Divine messengers move in and out of your space, recording your actions and prayers to deliver them directly to heaven. But understand this, negative entities also watch, looking for moments when your spiritual guard is down so they can influence your decisions. The key is recognizing that your behavior, thoughts, and spiritual practices determine which type of watchers are drawn to you. When you live in faith and love, you attract protective watchers. When you harbor darkness, you invite watchers with harmful intentions. This revelation about spiritual watchers isn't random. It's a divine checkpoint showing you just how significant your life is in God's plan. You're being watched because your soul carries a mission that heaven considers important enough to assign multiple levels of spiritual supervision. Face this truth with courage, knowing that constant spiritual observation means you're living authentically under divine guidance. There's a loving purpose behind this heavenly surveillance that unfolds exactly as God designed. You might feel pressure knowing you're being watched, but see this as confirmation of your spiritual importance. Every moment of observation becomes a chance for these watchers to guide you toward your divine destiny. The reason you're attracting this level of spiritual attention is because critical moments in your life purpose are approaching. When spiritual challenges arise, know that your watchers are positioned to intervene on your behalf. God has stationed these beings around you to provide strength, wisdom, and protection during pivotal moments. In your prayers, acknowledge these watchers and ask for clear communication with the positive forces assigned to help you. Your awareness of being watched is actually your spiritual awakening to the truth of how deeply heaven values your journey on earth. As we've discussed these spiritual watchers around you, I'd like to help you receive more revelations about the spiritual realm. If these messages about divine observation resonate with your spirit, please take a moment to like this video and subscribe to receive more spiritual revelations and divine warnings. Pay attention to the clear signs that confirm spiritual watchers are actively observing you right now. These aren't just strange coincidences. They are evidence of spiritual beings monitoring your every move. As you go through your daily routine, notice sudden temperature changes in rooms when no windows are open and no air conditioning is running. You might feel unexplained chills or warm spots that appear and disappear without natural cause. Your electronic devices might act strangely, phones turning on by themselves, lights flickering, or televisions changing channels without anyone touching the remote. These are spiritual watchers interacting with the energy around you. Pay attention to your dreams, because spiritual watchers often communicate through your sleep. You might see the same spiritual figures repeatedly, receive messages from deceased relatives, or wake up with knowledge you didn't have before sleeping. Notice when you feel a presence in empty rooms or sense someone standing behind you. When you're alone, animals often react to spiritual watchers before humans do. So watch for pets staring at empty spaces, refusing to enter certain rooms, or acting protective around you for no visible reason. You might also notice repeated number patterns like 111, 333, or 777 appearing everywhere you look. These synchronicities are calling cards from your spiritual watchers, confirming their presence and trying to communicate important messages about your path ahead. Remember, you're never alone with these spiritual observers surrounding you. God has positioned a team of protective watchers around you like an invisible security detail. Working around the clock, these divine guardians operate in shifts, ensuring that spiritual protection covers you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Some watchers specialize in physical protection, preventing accidents and steering you away from dangerous situations before you even realize the threat existed. Other watchers focus on emotional and mental protection, blocking negative energy from reaching your spirit and filtering out harmful influences that could damage your peace. Your spiritual watchers have established warning systems that activate when spiritual or physical danger approaches your life. They work together with perfect coordination, communicating across dimensions to ensure your safety. This divine surveillance isn't just about protection, it's about guidance toward your highest good. These watchers can see your future path and work to position opportunities, people, and experiences in your way at exactly the right moments. The universe coordinates multiple levels of spiritual beings to ensure your journey unfolds according to divine timing, with each watcher playing a specific role in your spiritual protection and success. Divine timing orchestrates when you become aware of these spiritual watchers around you. The fact that you're receiving this revelation now, at this exact moment in your life, shows perfect spiritual coordination at work. This awareness isn't random. It's precisely timed for when you're ready to handle the spiritual truth and use it to transform your relationship with the divine realm. These moments of spiritual awakening confirm you're living in harmony with God's plan for your life. As you recognize the signs of spiritual watchers, let this knowledge build your confidence in divine protection. Each confirmation of their presence shows you're being guided through a spiritually significant time in your journey. Spiritual watchers increase their activity during important life transitions, major decisions, and moments when your spiritual growth is accelerating. The heightened watching you're experiencing right now indicates you're approaching a breakthrough that requires extra spiritual support. Keep your heart open to communication from these divine observers. The more you acknowledge their presence, the clearer their guidance becomes in directing your next steps. Just as you receive these revelations about your spiritual watchers, your support helps us continue sharing this divine knowledge with others who are sensing spiritual activity around them. A small super thanks of $5, $10, or $20 allows these important spiritual messages to reach people who need to understand the watchers in their own lives. As you prepare to live with full awareness of spiritual watchers, believe that this knowledge can transform how you approach every day. Just like an actor performs differently knowing the audience is watching, your spirit grows stronger when you remember divine eyes are always upon you. God has arranged this spiritual surveillance perfectly to help you become the best version of yourself. Focus on living authentically, because these watchers can see through any pretense or false behavior. When you align your actions with your true spiritual values, You invite the most powerful protective watchers to draw closer to you. These divine observers don't judge you harshly. They celebrate every step you take towards spiritual growth and immediately respond to help when you stumble. Living under constant spiritual observation becomes a gift rather than pressure. When you understand these watchers want you to succeed, they're not waiting for you to fail. They're positioned to help you win. Every choice you make with awareness of their presence becomes more intentional and aligned with your highest good. Your relationship with these spiritual watchers becomes your greatest source of comfort during challenging times because you know you're never truly alone. As you get ready to connect with your spiritual watchers, make it a habit to say, "I welcome my divine watchers and their guidance every morning." Speak these words with complete trust and openness. This simple practice creates a bridge of communication between you and the spiritual beings assigned to help you. When you acknowledge their presence, you strengthen their ability to guide and protect you throughout your day. Create quiet moments during your day to listen for their messages. Use this time to stillness your mind and pay attention to the gentle nudges, sudden insights, or peaceful feelings that come when you're receptive. Your watchers communicate through your intuition, so trust those quiet whispers that guide you toward good decisions. Begin each day by thanking God for assigning these spiritual guardians to your life and asking them to make their guidance clear and obvious. When you fill your thoughts with gratitude for their presence, you create stronger spiritual connections that allow your watchers to work more effectively in your life. Your faith becomes the invitation that draws the most powerful protective watchers closer to you. During this spiritual awakening, you're not just growing personally, but also becoming someone who can help others recognize their own spiritual watchers. This experience gives you a chance to share divine truth with those who might be sensing spiritual activity but don't understand what it means. Each day brings new opportunities to strengthen your spiritual awareness and help others discover the watchers in their lives. As you pray for protection and connect with your spiritual guardians, remember to share your experiences with trusted friends who are open to spiritual truth. Your testimony can inspire and encourage others who might be frightened by unexplained spiritual activity around them. Use your story to bring understanding to someone else's spiritual confusion. Embrace each day as a chance to build spiritual community with others who recognize divine watchers. In this journey, we grow stronger together, supporting each other through prayer and shared spiritual experiences, creating a network of believers who understand the reality of heavenly surveillance and protection. In closing, as we face each day knowing spiritual watchers are observing us, let's move forward with confidence and spiritual awareness. Be prepared to welcome divine observation as protection. Recognize the signs of spiritual activity around you and acknowledge the blessings of constant heavenly guardianship. Trust in the power of prayer to strengthen your connection with these spiritual beings and in God's wisdom in assigning them to your life. You are living under divine surveillance, surrounded by spiritual love and monitored by forces that want you to succeed. Keep saying, "I welcome my divine watchers and their guidance," and watch as spiritual protection increases in your life. If this message has helped you understand the spiritual watchers in your life, please like this video and subscribe to our channel for more revelations about the spiritual realm. Hit the notification bell so you never miss divine revelations or spiritual warnings meant for you. When you share this message, you help others discover their own spiritual watchers and divine protection. Dear Lord, please help us recognize and communicate with the spiritual watchers you have assigned to our lives. Give us wisdom to understand their guidance and strength to live worthy of their protection. Amen. If this message has opened your eyes to spiritual watchers around you, consider showing your appreciation with a super thanks of $5, $10, $20, or more. Your support helps us continue sharing these divine revelations with others. Who needs spiritual awakening? Please share in the comments your own experiences with spiritual watchers, or what spiritual topics you'd like to hear about in our next video. Your spiritual experiences and suggestions help us bring you the divine guidance you need most.